It takes one word to describe my next guest. Lovejoy is probably the sexiest antique dealer in the business. And a fine actor. Will you please welcome Ian McShane?
Hello.
Let's clear up one thing for everybody. When are you going to give Lady Jane a proper valuation? I mean, check out her legs and her loose drawers. Is it always going to be like that couple in the coffee advert? Or you and Lady Jane?
What coffee advert?
Well,
that other coffee advert.
I mean, there's...
No, let's get it right. There's another, that's another kind of coffee. No, you see, she's a married woman.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Right? And she's maybe unhappily married, so I can be a friend and we can tease each other in certain situations, but you can't get involved. I mean, we found out this year, we decided that last year we had Joanna Lumley coming in as love interest. Now, they didn't like that. People didn't like that. They don't mind as long as I can have, rampant affairs with anybody I like, as long as Lady Jane is there as the solid background, because I can't get in trouble because she's married, but I can get in trouble with other people. But Joanna Lumley was a threat to Lady Jane and me. So you can't have that anymore. No. So there'll be a lot of wild affairs next year.
I was going to say, what can we look forward to then in the other side of the antique, when he goes home or whatever he does?
A lot of loose women and a lot of loose, and old antique. That's a tautology. Or an oxymoron.
There's a lady here in the break saying, could you come and... Daphne, her name is.
Yeah, hello, Daphne.
She wanted you to check out her brass knuckers on an old vase.
That's very true.
It's a fact, right?
It's a fact. Brass knockers on an old vase. A likely brass. A likely
now
story.
Then,
yeah.
Are you an expert now in antiques? I mean, do you spend your time browsing around the little shops?
No. No, I never. No, I don't. I can't. They see me coming. If I want to buy anything, I mean, it's hopeless. I get my wife goes out and does that. But I like modern furniture. And I like antique.
What are we hearing?
Yeah, I like Italian modern furniture, and I like antique. I only go back. I love Art Deco. I like Lalique glass. I love to look at furniture, antique furniture, but I wouldn't want to be surrounded by. Also, I deal with it all the time. I mean, at the BBC, they make some amazing things for the props. I mean, they make like, £2,000 or £3,000 with reproductions of Jacob tables and things like that, which we then auction off at the end of every series, which I did for charity. Like last year, we had an auction raised about 15,000, 20,000 for charity from the stuff that was made for the show in the last year, which we'll do the same thing again next year.
Let's talk about the background. Your dad was a footballer with Manchester United, and any United fans will remember Harry McShane. And did you ever fancy that yourself, football?
I fancied it, but I wasn't that good at it. I wasn't a bad player when I was a kid, but at 12, I broke my leg, didn't play for a while, went into school play, and the guy said, "You're not bad at this, you should try this." So I went to...
As young as that, you were in it?
No, well, I mean, like 13, 14. I never played football. I mean, you always know. If your dad's a pro, you know if you're any good or not or something. And I wasn't. I enjoyed the game, but I played with a few kids who went on to be professionals. And no, I wasn't as good as them. But at acting, I mean, you never know. I just did it at school. And this teacher, who I'm still in touch with, who's a man called Leslie Ryder, who said, "You should try, for RADA." My dad said, "Go ahead." So we went. Came down with my mum. My best Burtons, constitute jacket suit, did my test. Mr. McShane, number 601, I went up there and gave him my, my Cyrano de Bergerac. And Cyrano, yeah. I'd like to do a speech for you now, it's from Cyrano de Bergerac, and off I went.
In the Manchester House?
Absolutely, Blackburn, yeah.
Blackburn.
Off I went and did that, and they said, "Yeah, you can come back next year, and we'll..." And I forget, because I had this teacher, Clifford Turner, who taught you how to speak, and he'd come and he'd say, and he was wonderful. He looked like Henry Higgins, wonderful man, and he had this wonderful voice. He'd say, "No, I'm going to teach you to speak properly. McShane, would you say, I say, I say, so say that again. I say, well, I've just come, He just used to laugh every time I opened my mouth.
But a lot of encouragement.
Oh, no, it was great, because, that was just becoming fashionable. You didn't change your accent. I mean, I was at drama school with Johnny Hurt and Tony Hopkins and David Warner, and Finney had just been there, so, and Tom Courtenay, John Thor. So it was just getting into the age whereby you didn't have to talk like that.
Let me talk about a film that you made that I thought was underrated. I thought it was, a good movie. Yesterday's Hero, you would call that.
Yeah.
And you played a footballer ruined by booze, past his best because he screwed up his career drinking. Was that based on anyone in particular?
I think it was behind Jackie Collins who wrote it, but I think it was partly based on George's life, yeah.
Earlier in the year we had, earlier in this series we had Elton John talking to me, and he was very revealing in an interview about booze. He said I was a boozer. He said he was on drugs at one time. He said that you just, you know, the wrong things. And you had, I don't say it's that kind of death, but you had your own bad time, didn't you?
No, that doesn't happen anymore. 5 years now, and that doesn't, no, I mean, that all changed. And it's better every day. I mean, it's a pleasure now, you know, to be here. It's a pleasure to do the show, to do all the things you can do in a very straight and clear way. Oh, yeah, it all happened. And a day at a time, it gets better.
Packed up smoking?
That happened last year. That's one thing I didn't think would happen for a while. I mean, it's great. I still like that. Somebody lights a cigarette. You know, Phyllis smokes on the show, Lady Jane. Occasionally still I go, listen to me. That first sniff is great, and then I think of all the, you know, that terrible ashtray or whatever. It's like, you know, your brain goes to a good area. You think, well, I might, after 2 puffs, I'd be, you know, my lungs would be black and I'd have an ashtray, but I'm not paranoid about other people doing it. No. I mean, I quite like it when I see people drinking and smoke. It doesn't bother me.
Is there a lot of pressure, Ian? I mean, whether you like it or not, you're the ladies' man now, and is there a pressure to keep yourself looking fit and well, and is there a pressure to work out?
No, you do that. It's part of it. I mean, I think I said once before, you know, it used to be whatever. It used to be, you know, Guinness and ganja. Now it's Perrier and push-ups, whatever, you know. I mean, also, you can't do a series. You can't physically do the show we do. We do 8 months filming a year, and you cannot do it unless you've got to get up in the morning. And I direct some of them as well, you know, and I'm responsible for, you know, for the show being good, if you like. I mean, because when you're playing Lovejoy, the show's called Lovejoy, there is a responsibility to be there and to encourage it and to set the mood for the show. And I'd like to think that we have 8 months of a terrific, you know, energized show going. And you can't do that if you know, can't get up in the mornings or whatever. So, yeah,
so there's a bit of discipline required.
A lot of discipline, yeah, and it's terrific.
In addition to acting,
yes,
you're into singing.
Yes.
I mean, you said you sang here, I don't know how many years ago, doing the Cliff Richard thing, but you just made an album now.
From both sides now.
Love songs?
Love songs. Bradley and Stuart James came to me about, 6 months ago, and they thought that I should make a record. And I was, at the time, I thought, well, who knows? So I said, let's make a single first. And we cut a demo disc for ourselves of This Guy's in Love with You. And everybody liked it, including the people at Polygram. And they said, fine, we'll go for the whole thing. So over the last 4 months, we came together with about 25 songs, whittled them down. And then they'd come up to the Saracen's Head Hotel in Great Domo every Sunday night with the backing tapes and the song, the lyric, and I'd look at them through the week, and I'd toddle off down to Hackney on a Friday afternoon. And actually, it was great therapy. And I'd be in the recording studio with Brad and Stuart, and we'd cut a couple of tracks. So we just went on for 2 months. And
we're going to see you on Top of the Pops maybe soon then.
Well, you never know.
We get the
very good.
trousers.
They're good. So Avalon. Well, it was great. I really liked it. And the difference is than playing a character is that you find a way of singing yourself, which
it's acting, isn't it?
It's acting, but the difference is when you're doing a part, you stand in front of the mic and say, "Who shall I sing this one like?" You can't do that recording studio. You've got to say, "No, you know that." You go in there and you sing like you. Otherwise, you can't. You know, you'd be imitating everybody. And I think we found the songs that are right for you and express them well, and they are. Some terrific songs on How to Born. It's a very attractive album, I think.
Well, we look forward to that, I'm sure. What's it called again?
From Both Sides Now.
Both Sides Now. Where are you going to be for Christmas?
I'm going to be in Los Angeles having a holiday, getting some
Christmas like
nice
there?
weather. Well, it's warm, I hope. No, it'd be nice. I haven't spent it there for 3 years, so we've been here for 3 years. So I'm going back there, and Gwen's family, and we'll maybe go to the desert, and then I'll come back and start filming again in January for the new series. Because we've got the Christmas special out, which is The Prague Sun, which will be out in the Christmas week.
So plenty to keep you out of mischief and keep you busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ian McShane, ladies and gentlemen. Delighted to talk to you.